This episode of Total Drama Reviews contains clips from Total Drama Island. I do not own Total Drama Island. All rights go to FreshTV. Remember to be civil and do not be mean in the comments. Seriously, it can get really messed up. Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic and welcome to another Total Drama Review. This is where I, as a lover of animation and reality shows, look over the show to combine them together the best. And now that we're so deep in this torturous game of nausea and backstabbing, our main campers are about this close to losing it. But of course, Chris McClane starts to find the best way to help our campers de-stress. I can't even finish that sentence. Chris, would you do the honors?
We strove to come up with the best way to help the campers de-stress, then decided it would be way more fun to handcuff them together and see if we couldn't push them over the edge.
That conniving lack of care for the well-being of our contestants is exactly what I expect from this show by this point. Yeah, that one clip basically gives the entire setup for the episode. Our final 6 campers are put into the most conflicting pair to see which person gets sent to the electric chair for murdering their annoying counterparts. So let's face it, it's impossible to murder anyone in this show. We're nearing 100 people, I can almost taste it. This premise of course sparks new friendships, new showmances, and lots of paranoia. Well, not really, but it does create a lot of weird squabbles. So, let's get started. This is Trial by Triathalon. So we open with something I know you see all the time in reality TV shows. Dream sequences. Makes you wonder why they never showed Simon Cowell's dreams on American Idol. Oh wait, they did.
I love you, Cuddles.
Kiss me.
But back to Owen's dream, which I'm sure he stole from Homer Simpson.
I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the donut.
As they're woken up by Chris flying a helicopter. Maybe he finally got that pilot's license?
I can't wait to get my pilot's license! All in the name of today's challenge, the Tri-Armed Triathalon. 3 challenges, 3 teams of 2, 3 arms per team. Winning team members both get invincibility from tonight's vote.
And per the last episode where we got dozens of confessionals on the episode's relevant topic, we get many confessionals in this episode as well, revolving around the contestants and what they think of each other.
I don't know how much more of this I can take. The person who's creasing me the most?
We know Heather.
Jeff.
Or Jeff? So let me get this straight. The woman who read your diary on national TV, ripped your pants off to show your drawers to the same public, and then forced your boyfriend off the island in the most cliched 90210 plot ever, is driving you less crazy than the guy who's had like 3 scenes with you all season.
Rock on, sister!
Makes sense to me. Actually, just throwing sarcasm out the window, what sparked the sudden distaste in Jeff?
The guy is in a permanently good mood. No one is always in a good mood. And if he says dude or cool or eats with his mouth open one more time, I think I'm gonna seriously damage him.
Oh. Okay, that adds up. She's a goth. People who are more melancholy and stoic. And she's just annoyed by an overuse of optimism. Okay, that makes perfect sense. And yet I feel like we're neglecting something.
Are you gonna be on my team?
Oh, I sure hope so.
Whoa!
The guy is in a permanently good mood.
Chris! What's happening? It's like a big sleepover. Stay awake for 12 hours. I can do that in my sleep.
No one is always in a good mood.
If this canoe's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Hi, beautiful. Hot rods! Yes! Awesome!
And if he says dude
Sorry, dude.
or cool
Oh, cool.
or eats with his mouth open one more time,
A shower? How about something good?
I think I'm gonna seriously damage him.
I'm not sure what it is, but we'll figure it out soon enough, I'm certain of it. But that's not the only bit of forced conflict in the episode.
And I don't know what Courtney said to Lashana, but all of a sudden she thinks I'm a nice guy or something, and she wants to be my friend.
Wait, so Lashana off camera apparently, because you know reality shows not having enough footage for entertainment, considers Duncan, the guy who leapt through a ring of fire, bullied Harold incessantly, and was willing to fight against a supposed killer with a chainsaw, is somehow a soft, nice guy. Right, that's like considering Nickelback the most relevant rock band of the century. There's a lot of evidence against it. And by Duncan's assumptions, Lashana came to this conclusion from a contestant who has been off the island for weeks now.
I do not concede! I do not concede!
Okay, to be fair, it's entirely possible a message did get to Lashana. I mean, there were 2 contestants who returned to the game after Courtney was eliminated, so Lashana could have heard it from...
Got that right, Sister Thunder Thighs. Oh, tell me the macho mama with butt cheeks tighter than my weave did not just say that.
Okay, definitely not her, but probably Izzy. However, why she'd buy is a bit of a puzzle, since Izzy's about as honest as George Costanza.
I'm 187th Cherokee, you know? Which means, like, the tribe could totally, like, claim me at any time.
Let's hope it's today.
It's not a lie, if you believe it.
And get this, the people that we just established 30 seconds ago have sporadic conflict are now paired together. What are the odds of that happening?
First of our 3 challenges, competitive chowdown.
Well, we know Owen wins this one.
The winners are Heather and Owen.
Does anything funny happen during the challenge? Actually, yes. Jeff acts very lackadaisical to Gwen, much to her annoyance.
Oh, cheesecake's delish.
I am not here to try the food. This is a contest.
Look at his eating, look. Haven't you got enough in there?
But that's so good. It's really a waste.
Wow.
And Lashana and Duncan are hilariously aggressive with each other. You know, for such obviously scripted conflicts, they actually execute them fairly well. What isn't executed well is a random twist about the Wimp Key.
A skeleton key that will open any handcuff. You'll be offered the Wimp Key at each challenge to unshackle yourselves from your teammate. But if you choose to accept it, you'll both be eliminated.
Guess what? No one takes it. This is one of those obvious edits that could just delete from the script, but decided, nah. So yeah, Heather and Owen win part 1, which leads us to part 2, which is yet another throwback.
On the beach, you will find 3 canoes. Your challenge is to paddle your canoe all the way to Boney Island. Once there, you will open a package that is waiting for you.
Okay, to the episode's credit, Survivor did this throughout their earlier seasons too, where they mixed and match elements from challenges throughout the season into a new challenge near the end to see how much they evolve. And I'd be totally cool with that, except for the fact that the eating portion has been done more than once already.
Did anybody have an original thought when making this?
But like I said, as forced as it was, they're still able to include some good character development, like...
Will you please shut up?
Whoa, harshness?
Oh, I know. I'm the harsh, weird, scary goth girl who's being all mean and snappish as usual.
Chill, I didn't say that.
Okay, so apparently all of her resentment towards Jeff is actually resentment towards herself. That's actually kind of complex. You find your own personality unapproachable, so you push other people away. Well, unless they play guitar like that other guy. But yeah, well, this type of character has been done. At least it's some kind of depth for Gwen's personality.
Will you please shut up?
Oh, and then there's Duncan and Lashana.
I think you talk a big game, but underneath, you're nothing but a big cream puff. I've got eyes. You've got it bad for Courtney. She told me about Bunny.
Hold up, what?
She told me about Bunny.
Oh, man.
Okay, it's last time again a list of everything wrong with this scene. First, you know that bookmark alert that keeps popping up in my videos? Well, here's my callback to my use of it in my review of the episode Who Can You Trust?
You're actually nice.
Don't tell anybody, okay?
Your secret's safe with me.
Second, I guess my hypothesis was wrong and Courtney told you this information directly. Which leads me to my third. If Courtney told you all this before she left, why is it only being brought up now? Not that I'm keeping track, but you've had 7 eliminations since Courtney. Probably 2 or 3 weeks of competition. And you're only now using this evidence against Duncan's tough exterior? When in media have women ever brought up something about a guy that happened way in the past? I just got political, didn't I? I'm so ashamed of myself. I'm gonna go to the corner. Oh, hi, sci-fi guy. But yeah, Duncan reveals he did this due to losing his dog as a little kid.
My dog Petey ran away on me when I was 6, and I didn't want DJ to have to go through the same thing.
I guess that's as good a reason as any.
Don't go spreading it around, okay?
You gonna paddle this thing in? Secret safe with me?
Okay, not only could Duncan's girlfriend not keep that promise, but you've got cameras everywhere. People everywhere know this about you, since pre-merge. But what about Owen and Heather?
Ever since I was little, I've always felt like no one really listens to what I have to say. I'm a person who feels things deeply.
Owen, no offense, but I really don't care.
Actually, that was funny. Straight up, no complexities for Owen. What's his character again?
How are you with toilet paper?
I thought so. They all reach the beach and discover their next challenge. Oh, well, that's an interesting pointless callback. The idol that Beth stole way back when from this island that caused bad luck to pretty much just Trent, Owen, and then herself. Again, anything else was just a mixture of their teammates' overbearing personalities.
Are you gonna be a team player or not?
Anyway, their challenge is to return the statue to the cave on the island, and that's it. Yeah, Chris doesn't even say anything about how you win this part of the challenge. If you have to be the first to return the tiki, or the first to row back to camp. But nope, the only detail Chris gives is...
one of you has to piggyback the other.
And that's it. Which is why the very next scene is of Jeff and Gwen not being piggybacked. And you thought I just created this for the nitpick. Well, okay, I did, but that's my right by the Constitution of Critics.
Scope all the beauteousness here.
Hang on, are we lost? There is no beach on this map.
Gwen, I'm sure you're not a cartographer, but that is the single stupidest thing I've heard you say yet. A, there is a beach on that map. What do you call the yellowish brown on the edge there? And B, even if there wasn't, there's physically the beach you reached to get here.
Isn't Mother Nature cool polio?
Now that would be a scary image. But for some reason, Gwen throws his camera away. Not to state the obvious, but she left her brain back in the canoe. And for yet another unknown reason, Gwen decides to ball out Jeff.
You don't have to pretend to be friends with me, okay?
I wasn't pretending. I really like you.
Again, wouldn't this dialogue be more fitting outside the challenge? I mean, you have a cave to find. Time is of the essence, people.
And if we went to the same high school, you'd probably invite me to all your wild parties, too.
I totally would. But I didn't think you'd want to go.
But yeah, for as forced as this argument is, it does lead to a scene which I kinda like, as Gwen and Jeff talk things out about their personal lives.
You probably think parties were pretty stupid anyway.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been to one.
It's actually sort of fascinating and helps dive more into their character, which is good considering that neither of these characters have been that complex. Now, to Jeff's credit, he was never written that complex.
Okay, let's just chill out. This is getting way too heavy.
He's written like the idiot who gets voted off first usually, only a different type of idiot went home instead.
Dude, you've got a lot to learn about the real world.
But I stand by that Gwen is not a very interesting character when you take a step back. Though with the exception of Hook, Lie, and Screamer, this is the closest thing to development I've seen out of her. It's kind of like Denethor from Lord of the Rings. He's not as complex as you might think, but a handful of moments do at least get the idea of what the writers were going for with this character.
Oh, snap! You've never been to a party?
No, okay? Sometimes I wish I had been. That for one day I could be one of those happy, vapid girls who gets along with everyone and is all excited to eat massive amounts of sugar and do karaoke and cheerleading and ponytails.
So occasionally you dream of being... No, for as many complaints as I make about Gwen being bland, I prefer this character to those airhead Mycene ditzes. Is Mycene even a thing anymore? Whatever. Those two can jump off the cliff again for all I care. So Jeff and Gwen are able to win the challenge, causing Gwen to celebrate.
That was amazing. Woohoo!
Jesus, I prefer the black hole of personality Gwen to this exploding supernova. This is like going from Raven from Teen Titans to Raven from Cheetah Girls. So back at the island, the teens begin their final challenge.
Ah! Relax, it's just Eva. Ew. 2 Evas. That is upsetting.
Yep, they have to make a totem pole of the campers in the order in which they were eliminated, including the duplicate heads for Eva and Izzy. And DJ, I guess.
Time for heads to roll.
So, what happens with the teams? Well, Heather just smack talks previous contestants, what a surprise.
Ugh, Little Miss Crazy. They should have made her wear a helmet.
Duncan carves a heart in Courtney's head.
Don't! It's not funny, man.
Most guys kiss girls they like. Dude carves her head.
I'll let Courtney be a judge of this one. And probably my favorite moment.
I think Katie was voted off 5th.
No, it was Sadie.
Wasn't it Katie? I can never remember.
Yeah, even Gwen has a hard time remembering which one is which. That's brilliant commentary on your part. Even though you could have just written 2 different characters. Well, it's not funny. You wanna know what is funny, though?
Mama always said, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. In which case, Heather would say nothing ever. She is the meanest, the nastiest, the big in all of Kalamazoo! No offense.
Oh, none taken. I sort of respect you for it.
So, by that logic, you respect Lindsay, too?
Two-faced, backstabbing, lying little...
Oh, well, who cares? Duncan and Lashana win part 3, resulting in a 3-way tie.
That means anybody can get voted off tonight.
That fits perfectly, actually. We then transition to the campfire ceremony where it's discovered that Jeff is eliminated. And if you're wondering why, well, the short answer is he's likable enough to win at the end. At least I think that's what happened. Honestly, these confessions and confessionals make everything kind of confusing.
I ain't gonna front. I knew that if it came down to a popularity contest, I was gonna lose big time. I had to vote off Heather.
You made a big mistake a few weeks ago, and I have a long memory.
Is he referring to Jeff allegedly not voting out Bridget? Because yeah, that really ruined your game there, Duncan.
Are you guys all crazy? Jeff is the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, bingo, sister.
As if Heather could defeat nice.
The power of nice is huge. And we're not worried about you in that department, Gwen.
Okay, so by my calculations, Heather, Duncan, and Owen all voted for Jeff. Lashana voted Heather, and Jeff and Gwen voted someone else. I'm not really sure. I figured they'd all vote Heather and was, again, the probable last time she could be voted out. Again, extra feature I'd love to see for the show is a voting history, but that's just me.
No sweat, Gwen. Ciao, dudes.
And to cap the episode off, we have Gwen give a fond farewell to Jeff.
I have something for you.
My lens.
I went back to Boney Island.
Again, one of those things we just didn't get footage of. Total Drama Island. Worst camera crew ever. Heck, Jeff's premature beginning to the selfie trend is still a better camera crew than this show.
Say cheese.
And that was Trial by Triarm Triathalon. Honestly, guilty pleasure. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it very good, and it's definitely got some forced moments. But to be fair, I think the writers were just forced with this premise and decided to make the best out of it. And it does help to bring out some interesting and even hilarious conflict, as well as some nice and enjoyable character interactions. In fact, this might sound weird, but I think Gwen and Jeff make a much better pairing than Gwen and Trent. Gwen never really developed as a character, in my opinion. I mean, sure, she was a bit happier with Trent, but she usually tried to hide it, so she wasn't very comfortable with people knowing her interest in him. But after one episode with Jeff, she hid nothing. She liked Jeff's company and grew more as a person because of it. I like that, and I would have liked to have seen more of that. So Trial by Triarm Triathalon earns a very appropriate 3 out of 5 stars. And since some of my least favorite characters got some well-earned development in this episode, we'll be focusing on the next one. I have no idea how to tie into what I just said, but that works too.
Yes, it's true.